Hello, my name is Clarence Jeffries, and welcome to my TED Talk. Today, the topic of discussion will be: should parents force their religions onto their children? Most people practice the religion that their parents teach them without any second thought. If you're born in America, you're more likely to be a Christian. If you're born in India, you're more likely to be a Hindu. And if you're born in China, you're more likely to be a Buddha. If you're born in the Middle East, such as Saudi Arabia and Pakistan, you're more likely to be a Muslim. Choosing a religion is a life-altering decision. It can decide whether you pray, it can decide whether you fast, it can decide whether you are superstitious, if you believe in evolution, if a lot of things can be derived from one's religion. Yet we hand on these traditions to our children without understanding the repercussions and the consequences that can come with this decision. Religion has caused people to torture other people, rape, pillage, and many other things, kill others, all in the name of religion. And we pass these ideals on to our children. And we have to ask ourselves, how healthy is this for the development of our children? And I think the answer is not healthy at all. For example, there have been wars fought. The Crusades, there's a series of wars that lasted hundreds of years, all in the name of Christianity and Islam. They had a series of wars that lasted a long millennia, and it led to the deaths of many innocent lives. And this is not good for our children. Practicing religion can teach our children to be intellectually lazy. For example, Isaac Newton was a great scientist. He discovered calculus, among many other things. When Isaac Newton was trying to develop his theory of gravity, which has been disproved in today's time, he couldn't really understand many things about how the planet orbit. And when he came to this fascination, he attributed this wonder to God. Years later, somebody came and solved the mystery that he was working on. So this lets us know that God is not a good answer for our scientific questions. We want to develop children that are capable of solving our biggest scientific mysteries. According to some religions, if you worship and practice the wrong religion and worship the wrong God, you are condemned to be burned for eternity. And how healthy is it to tell our children this? That they will burn in hell for not believing in our religion. This will scare them into believing and worshiping something with no evidence at all because of they're scared. Hell is enough to scare even a grown man into believing a religion. For example, I myself was scared to leave Christianity due to my belief in hell. Hell is enough to scare children from doing a lot of things, such as eating certain foods. It can scare people to praying 50 times a day according to Islamic law, and many other things. So, scaring our children with hell is not healthy. It's like scaring our children with the boogeyman. It is not good intellectually. It's not good emotionally. It is better if our children pick their own religion. We don't want to pass down these traditions that have a history of enslavement, rape, a history of killing others. We don't want to pass it to our children. We want to provide them with science so they are able to learn factual things that has evidence to support them. We don't want our children to grow up with the habit of believing something with no evidence, which is faith. So therefore, for these many reasons, I believe that teaching our children is not good for them. We don't want to make them murderers. We don't want to make them terrorists. There are people who have destroyed buildings in the name of religion. And yet there are many people who follow those same religions. Religion is not healthy for our children. Children should be able to choose and make their own choice about what they want to believe. They should not be forced to follow something that is not good for them intellectually, because it makes them intellectually lazy. And it is not good for them emotionally because it scares them with the thought of hell. And also, it's just no reason to even believe those, in my opinion. That is my opinion. Also, religion has a very big role on people's sexuality, especially in those ages. People are more likely to be heterosexual or straight if they're religious and they're Christian or Muslim. So you're more likely to be heterosexual. And you're also more likely to identify with your correct gender, that it matches your sex. Oh, excuse me. Also, religious people, their relationships tend to be with those who are around them and support them and care for them. So religious people do have fulfilling relationships with others. But their love life is very, very different. According to your religion, your love life may be different. And a lot of people don't actually follow their holy book, but according to many people's holy book, your love life is supposed to be with for men, it's supposed to be with a woman who is a virgin, if you're a Christian. And for women, you're supposed to marry a man who can take care of you. Religion plays a role in intimacy because you're condemned for having sex until you're married. So it causes many people to not have sex before marriage. Even though many people don't partake in this, it's still a part of their religious law. And religion just plays a big role on the development of our children, and we should just think about it more and take more time to understand the repercussions that it can cause later on in life, how it can scare us into believing in this fictional hell and scare us into worshiping a celestial dictator. So next time you have children, do not force your religion on them. Let them make the choice for themselves. Let them live their life how they choose and not how you want them to, because you're changing how they view the universe, how they view the world, and their morality. You're influencing how divine they consider certain historical figures and many other things. So religion is a life-altering decision. So please do not force this onto our children. And that is the end of my TED Talk. Have a good one.